bit of a low angle because I'm working down here. I wasn't going to stream this, I kind of already started, but yeah, I thought, you know, might as well, because I'll probably stream doing the stones on these a bit later, so I thought, you know what, a bit of continuity. I've got a little bra top situation that I've been wearing to my dance competition next weekend. I fully forgot about this and I need to really panic put this together. So basically neon is my color, so I bought a white top because nobody sells neon. Well, and I am currently dyeing / painting it. I'm probably just gonna get on with this and yeah, come chat if you want. But for now, just watch me paint. Literally, I've just wet the fabric so it kind of takes the paint, and I'm literally using like a neon fabric paint with fixer mixed in, and I'm literally just going in. This is literally the only size paintbrush I have, so that's what I'm using. So yeah. That's all. This will only be satisfying once it's all done, and then I put it on like 10 times 10x speed, and it all gets drooped together. But for now, you're gonna watch me do it in real time, and it will be slow, probably take like an hour. I've done this before on a different top, and the other top that I used was a lot more coverage, and that took like 2 hours. So I'm assuming this is going to take me about an hour to do. So yeah, I thought instead of doing this on my lonesome, I'm gonna stream, and on the off chance anybody wants to come say hi, they can do so. So yeah, the base of this top is going to be obviously this very bright neon color, but then I'm gonna bedazzle the entire thing with stones. So I'm not in for like super like good coverage on the yellow. I just need it to be like a base of a yellow, you know. I just need to be able to know that it's gonna be yellow underneath, and you know the gaps between the stones peeking out are gonna be yellow and not white. Kind of all I'm asking for here. So I'm gonna go quite rough. Apparently you can like dye with this paint as well, so like dissolve it in water and then shove your whole outfit in. But I don't trust that. I want it to be like blindingly neon, so I am just gonna do what I know and go in with it like direct, undiluted, straight onto the fabric to make sure I get as much color payoff as possible. So yeah, watch me paint. I'm just gonna blabber if I come up with something. If not, I might just be completely silent. So just give me a ping if you want to chat about anything. Oh, just realised now that I'm streaming I can't put any music on. That was silly of me. Maybe put some through my headphones. Gotta go. Husband's coming home in like an hour, not even half an hour. So I want to get as much done as possible in the next half hour, and then I'll continue after lunch. To be fair, pace is good. Pace is good. tell myself. See if I can get like one boob done in like 15 minutes. That's the goal anyway. Means I might just be able to get this done before the husband gets back. Get around the edges, so the visible areas. Yeah. This is some riveting content right here, not gonna lie. But here we are. Never know what people want to watch. And you know what? If anything, it's for me to document because, you know, it's fun. I don't do a lot of these, but, you know, I like to be spontaneous and just decide, you know what, I'm gonna make that myself. And it's nice to, you know, have some record of it. I think you have to be a very special breed of person to feel like they don't sell it, I'll just make it. That'd be me. That is my approach to like everything. I'm also like picky as well with exactly what I want. So like, if they don't sell it, I'll be like, well, I don't want to spend money on something that's like not spot on. So I would probably just spend even more money making it exactly the way I want to. Oh yeah. But you know, it's worth it because then I'm like truly happy with what I have because I made it to the exact spec I wanted it to. I don't know where the confidence comes from. I don't even do this like professionally or anything, so I'm literally just like, you know what? If they can do it, I can do it. You know what's going to be an absolute pain in the ass to do? The strings. The strings are going to be so rough. I might be a separate time because that's going to take probably just as long as the cups because they're so fiddly. About a quarter of the way through one cup, and that took 5 minutes. That entails 20 minutes per cup. That's about potentially the right amount of time if I can speed it up ever so slightly. To be fair, I'm going around the edges, which is what takes the longest, so once I do the edges, it should probably take a bit faster just doing the flat pieces. I'm going to be careful around the edges because there's no stones around the edges, so whereas the main majority of the body is going to be covered in stones. So I'm like not so fussed to like get good, like, you know, even coverage on the actual main triangle part. Just the edges. Kind of want to do a relatively good job, you know. I'm so excited to do the stones. I've not really done like full on like rhinestoning like an outfit before, so like I've done like repairs on stuff I already own, but like I've never done like a full one from the start. So I'm very excited. I need to go buy some glue actually, so after lunch I need to go buy some glue, and then hopefully by the time we hit the evening stream this will be dry enough anyway. Oh, let's see. I'll put the fan blowing on it and stuff, so hopefully that will speed it up. I should probably check how long this fabric paint is supposed to dry for, because if that's meant to dry for like a long time, then I might have to do stones tomorrow. A bit busy tomorrow, so that's kind of an issue. But here we are. We're almost around all the way on the edges on one cup, so we're doing good. Right, got all around the edges. Now we just go fill in the inside. Essentially just mashing the paint into the fabric. Not much rhyme nor reason on this. Just go, go, go. Essentially I'm just doing globs and then smushing, globs and smush, globs and smush. That's how we're gonna get through this. Right, the coverage is slowly covering. I need to mix up another batch of paint in a second. I've got like a half and half mix of paint fixer and the dye. So as to hopefully increase the longevity of the paint. Apparently it was completely fine to use just like the paint on its own, but you know, adding the fixer just increases the volume a bit as well. So I thought, you know what, no harm done. Just gonna try and get as much as possible of this container so we don't have lots of mixed batches of paint when I mix the next one. I've got some lovely baby Aurora Borealis stones and some neon stones and lots of little kind of more citrine goldy stones and some pearls as well. So I'm gonna have a pretty set, hopefully. Right, time for some more mixing. Here we go. Kind of just eyeballing the mix over here. This is the fixer. You down there? Meant to do about equal parts fixer to paint. It's just not the bottom of this bottle. Yeah, literally just got a bit of blobs in there. We mixy in the container. Just get the fixer and the paint, the dye all mixed up. Right. And then we go. So much on my brush right now. All of that to the fabric. And continue. That should be enough to cover the rest of this boob pad anyway. And then maybe some of the string. And then we move on to the other boob. Actually, I'm going to do strings last, just in case we start running low on the paint. I can probably get away with not painting the strings. So I shall do that in an emergency if required. in my head, this is going to be like almost fully like edge to edge bedazzled anyway, so shouldn't worry too much about perfect coverage. I cannot have absolutely is running out of paint because I literally got none else, and I would not. Oh, to be fair, the competition is next weekend, so if push comes to shove, I could probably order some more. But I don't want to do that. That would be such a pain. So endeavoring to not reach that point and be sparing where I must and generous where I need. Right, we are home straight on the left boob cup. Let's figure out which side this was for a second. Right, left boob is covered. Just gonna top up some bits that look a little bit too patchy. But then again, I did say, I'm almost telling myself, to be honest, that it don't have to be completely perfect on this bit, because this is not the bit that is going to be very visible. There we go, we have one painted boob cup, and now we move on to the other. Let's see how much coverage. Maybe I can get all the edges done at least before we pause for lunch. Extra generous there. On a totally unrelated note, I took up my rook earrings. Got 2 rooks pierced in my left ear. I took them out maybe like 2 weeks ago, just shy of 2 weeks ago, because I went to this like a bodybuilding competition-y thing, and they were like, they had a no accessories rule on stage. So I took them all out. I mean, like, I've had these healed for like 3 years, but I took them out for the first time. And then I couldn't get them back in yesterday, and big old panic. So I like went to a piercing studio and got the guy to put it back in for me. And one of them went in like perfectly fine. think I just had the wrong angle, but the other one started bleeding. And I was like, no. That means I have to re-heal that. Hopefully it's not like a big bleed. I was like, it probably just caught a little, you know, little capillary vein or something. Because it's not like still bleeding, it's just sore now. So I'm hoping that it was just a little nick and I don't have to like re-heal the whole thing. Fingers crossed, because that would be an absolute biatch. Okay, getting around the edges on this side. Don't think I'm going to have enough paint that I mixed in this batch to get all the way around, but one can hope. It's currently so hot in Japan right now. You can see the blaring sun. I've got like half the curtains closed. And my goodness, it is warm. I've got aircon on and the fan on today because nobody is playing with this heat. Because honestly, it's like heat stroke material. Like, I don't understand. Why is Japan, like, the heat in Japan is something else. Like, I was born in Vietnam, and like, you know, Vietnam is like a literal tropical country, but it's not the same as whatever is going on in this place. Right, we're on the last edge. We're down 2 edges on the triangle. We're on the 3rd edge. Oh, don't know if I have enough paint though. It's so close to getting it. The batch already mixed up. I am not going to try and be skinty here. Edges are important. So going in another dollop, or 2 or 3. Probably store these upside down so they actually like come out when I want them to. This with the snatch. I am mixing small batches at a time just because I don't want it to like go crusty in the container and then waste a bunch of paint because I haven't been able to do it fast enough. So I am need to do the mix up fairly often. Right, here we go. Last little bit. Got a bunch of paint on my paintbrush, so I'm gonna go almost all of it in one go. Sort of like gathered design. So it's got so many like creases and nooks and crannies to try and get into. I mean, it's a very cute outfit. I shan't complain. Oh, just a patch on the other side. Just scoop that up. Alright, we are good around the edges. Now we are back into doing the middle bit. Let's go. Getting into these greasy bits is always pain. We gotta do them nicely because we don't put stones in the greasy bits. Spread the creases out and get in there. Nice, nice. Right, husband is home in 15 minutes. See how much I can get done in that time. Should probably get lunch going as well. I've got some bits in the freezer I can just chuck in a pot to boil, so I should probably do that. Right, finally kind of exiting the creasy bit of the outfit. Getting back into the flat bits now. The only thing I was not so happy about this outfit was the boob cups, the little like padding on the inside. Isn't removable. Like most outfits nowadays, you can like pull out the padding. And I pulled the previous one I did this to, you could remove the pads, so like it was a lot easier to like smush around because it didn't have like a massive piece of foam on the inside. But this one is fully like sewed in, so I couldn't take it out, which means there's like a massive like puffy thing on the inside, which is not helping with the like spreadability situation. Here we are. We work with what we got. Still a cute outfit. My eyes are like starting to go a bit numb to the colour now. I'm just like, are you coloured or am I just like seeing white? Right, we're about a third of the way through this boob cup. I'll pop it this way, it might make it easier. Right, in about a couple minutes, I'm just going to get up briefly to get everything in the pot and going, just so I have some semblance of food ready to go. Yep, it's time to get a few crusty bits up here and from the edges of my plastic container. It's okay. Right, about halfway through this cup and just run out of paint. Scrape as much out of that as possible. I think I'm gonna end the stream there, and I'm going to finish this off stream, and then you guys can join me in the evening when I get the stones on, which I'm sure will be far more entertaining than watching me paint. Oh my goodness, sorry.